Okay, so much like the last question, right? So you can see what the point of the last question was, to find the point of intersection, right? So this also says find the point of intersection, except there's no graphs this time, right? So we're gonna do this algebraically, right? So with so we're solving for the point of intersection, right? And we're using substitution, okay, which is a method we've done. So what happens here is, again, you can see I have two equations, right? Right? And what I can do is I can take the first one. The first one looks pretty simple, right? The second one looks a little bit more complicated because we've got like the 3 is sitting here, right? That makes it look a little bit more complicated. So what I'm gonna do in the first one is solve for just x or just y, right? I'm gonna get it like I'm gonna say x equals this or y equals this, right? Once I have that, well, let's do that first. Okay, so in one, you're gonna isolate for x or y in one. Okay, so that means I'm gonna take 1, I'm gonna go x plus y is equal to 6, which means x minus, or sorry, x is equal to 6 minus y. See what I did? So I just took the y, I took the y, and I brought it over to the other side. And when I do that, it becomes negative. You see that? Oops. See how it becomes negative? Once I bring it over, it was plus on this side. And when I brought it over, it became minus. Okay? So now I can take this. You see how I have just x, right? And it's equal to this. Then I can take it and replace it right there, where the x is, right? So then I can just go like this now, right? I'm gonna rewrite 2, right? It's gonna look like this, 3, but instead of writing x this time, I'm gonna write this, because x is equal to this. So in brackets, I'm gonna write it in brackets, right? And then I can go minus 2 once I put it in there, right? So you see how this was x? So now I just replaced it, right? So now I can go like this. I'm just gonna expand it, right? So I'm gonna put the 3 in. So 3 times 6 is gonna be 18, right? And 3 times y is negative y is gonna be negative 3y. And then there's a minus 2 on the end, right? So I'm just gonna collect like terms, right? So I'm gonna try and get these look similar to me, right? Then I have numbers, right? And then I also have I have things with y in them, right? So I'm gonna, like, collecting like terms just simply means getting things that are similar together, right? So what I'm gonna do is take the negative 3y and move it to the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna get left with y, and what happens when I do that? It becomes plus, right? So it's y plus 3y is equal to 18 minus 2. Right? So now I can just add these together. I have 1y plus 3y is gonna be 4y is equal to 16. And then I can solve for y. Right? So y is equal to 16 divided by 4, which is going to equal 4. Right? So there's y. Right? Now once I have that, I'm going to move this all over because I need some more room. Right? I'm going to put a line down here so we can separate steps, okay? Once I have that, you're gonna go to the next step here, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna take, now that I know what y is, right here, why can't I put it in over here, right? If I take it, 4 equals y, and I replace it with the y right here, I can get what x is.
Or in order to solve, we set
Right?
it equal to 0.
So that's all I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna rewrite this little thing here because I need to solve for x. X is equal to 6 minus y. So if I take the fact that I just solved for y, it's or y equals 4, then x is equal to 6 minus 4, and so x is equal to 2. Right? And what from the last question was the point? Do you remember doing this? The point of intersection was where the two lines crossed, right here, right? Well, I needed an x and a y. Well, I found x and y here. So then I can say, well, the point of intersection is 2 and negative 4. And that's the question over. That's what it's asked for, point of intersection. Make sense?